Okay, so we're gonna go through another linear programming problem. We're gonna read through everything and we're gonna make the different categories that we talked about yesterday. Remember, the first thing that you should be doing is you should be identifying your variables. You should be identifying your objective function, and you should be identifying your constraints. Okay, so reading the problem, it says the Hart Biscuit Factory makes two types of biscuits, jumbos and minis. So right off the bat, it tells you your two categories. Okay, so we're just gonna make another thing for variables here. Okay, so your variables, you have X and you have Y. So your X is gonna be equal to jumbos. Your Y is gonna be equal to minis. Okay, next little bullet point here, it says the oven can cook at most 20 biscuits per day. So in total, I don't care whether they're jumbo or they're mini, it says I can make at most 200 biscuits per day. So that is a constraint. Let me use some different colors. So at most 200 biscuits per day. I'm gonna say that's jumbos plus minis. At most 20 means you cannot make any more than 20. So that has to be less than or equal to 200. Okay. The next sentence, it says jumbos require 2 ounces of flour each. So jumbos, which is X, requires 2 ounces of flour each. Minis require 1 ounce of flour each. So minis is Y. There are 300 ounces total. So every single sentence here, these 3 sentences, I said all ounces. Okay. So remember I said yesterday, categories go together. So here I talked about quantity. So quantity went together as a constraint. Ounces are going to go together as a constraint. So 2 ounces for every jumbo plus 1 ounce for every mini has to be less than or equal to 300, because if you only have 300 ounces of flour per day available, you cannot go over that amount of ounces. Okay. Last but not least, our last sentence says the income, keyword here is income, from jumbos is 10 cents and the other income is minis. Now, income, I'm talking about profit. Okay, so that is gonna go with my objective function. Okay, now 10 cents, do not put 10x for a jumbo. I'm not spending $10 on a jumbo biscuit, I'm spending 10 cents. So 0.10x plus 0.8y, because we're talking about cents. Okay, oops, sorry, 0.08, because we're talking about not 80 cents. This would be 0.8 is 80 cents. 0.08 is 8 cents. Okay. I want you to go ahead and rearrange your constraints so that way they're in slope-intercept form. And then we're going to start graphing in the next one.